So, you've probably watched 1,000 videos like this before, and you've already got your Premiere Pro to say Mercury Playback Engine GPU Acceleration CUDA. That's all, right? It renders with NVIDIA as well as whatever else you have on your PC, and you render out videos 30 times faster. Well, get ready to share this video with everyone you know who edits, because you couldn't be further from the truth. The Mercury Playback Engine GPU Acceleration CUDA thing is, guess what, for previews only, and it does nothing for your rendering speed. Here's a clip of normal rendering with it on, rendering with it off, and here's my PC rendering it with this new method that I've come up with. I've searched the internet high and low to try and figure this out. I only saw this option in the newest version of CC 2018, but I'm sure it goes back. So whatever you do, it has and always will render using your CPU only, whether you have Mercury CUDA playback on or off. There is of course the exception of using certain effects and 3D things that use your GPU, but the rest of the video will still be done with your CPU. Now of course I could be completely wrong, but what I do know is that when I'm rendering videos using this new technique, which I'm afraid only works for people with Intel CPUs, and I think they have to be at least newish, they can't be terribly old, but if you have an Intel CPU, I know that if you switch this on, you'll be pumping out videos probably 2 to 3 times faster than you normally would. When I'm upscaling from 1080p to 1440p, upscaling takes quite a bit of processing power, but when I do that, I can render it at almost real time. So instead of a 10-minute video taking half an hour to render, with a 1080 and a 1080 Ti inside of my PC, i7-6700K, it renders in about 7 to 10 minutes, which is real time if not faster, and that's crazy fast, especially when you're upscaling and doing other stuff like that. So anyway, if you're interested in giving this a try, I'll be showing you guys how you can do it now. If you guys don't have an Intel CPU, then I'm afraid you won't be able to do this method and you'll have to look for other ones. I don't think there's a similar thing that works with Ryzen. So anyway, what you need to do is restart your PC or laptop and put it into the BIOS. Then once you're in the BIOS, you'll need to find something along the lines of integrated graphics configuration or options, and then something inside of that called multi-monitor or something similar to that. Either way, this is for my motherboard. I went to Settings, Advanced, Integrated Graphics Configuration, followed by IGD Multi-Monitor, and enable that. And then, if you have the option to, you should change the memory that it gives your GPU to as high as it can go. Mine was 1024 megabytes. That's about a gig of RAM, so that's pretty good. Anyway, once you're done with that, you need to save your BIOS settings and restart back into Windows. Just so you guys know what I'm talking about, this is before I changed the settings. When you go into Premiere Pro and start exporting something, you'll see under encoding settings it says performance, and then software only should be grayed out and you won't be able to change it. Once you enable this, you will be able to change that to hardware accelerated, and you'll be able to pump out videos much faster. There's only one strange caveat with using this, is that you can't use CBR or VBR2 pass, you can only use VBR1 pass, but it's more than good enough. So anyway, just to test it out, I set it to 300, which is what I'll be uploading at, and it pumped out a 20-minute video in about 13 to 10 minutes, and the file size was around 5 gigs, which is really good for me because I usually upload it around 2 to 2.5 gigabytes per 10 minutes. 1440p gameplay, it's really high actions, a lot of things moving. If there's nothing moving on your screen that much, then the file size will be a lot smaller. So I'm one of those people who would rather upload bigger files overnight or whatever, just so that I can get a better looking video out to the internet. So obviously if you don't have that good of an internet connection or storage on your PC, you can always go ahead and lower it to maybe 150. That popped out with a file size of around 2 gigs for 20 minutes, which is really good, and there was only a slight loss in quality compared to the pretty much lossless file that it pumped out the first time when I had it on 300 megs, but nothing to sneeze at. It was really good. You can probably set it to about 100 or 80 and still get away with around 1080p, 1440p. So you guys just need to mess around with the settings to find something that you like. I'll be uploading to YouTube with the 300 megabits per second preset, because when the video popped out it was only around 30 megabits per second in real file size. So yeah, anyway, I hope this helped you guys upload and stuff like that. If you guys enjoyed, make sure to drop a like in the video and share it with everyone that you know who uses Premiere Pro and has an Intel CPU or anything like that, because this has helped me out a huge amount. It's saving me a ton of time, so I can render a 10-minute video in 10 minutes or 5 minutes instead of half an hour as it usually takes, especially if I'm upscaling. Anyway, drop a like on this video, subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next video. Peace.